Hello there. As you can probably see from the Welsh flag flying over there and the weather, we're in Wales. So we're here for a week and we've got a few walks planned. We're just near Betws-y-Coed, and I'm going to apologise just the once on this video for my Welsh pronunciation, and then after that you'll just have to make do with the best I can do. So we've got a couple of nights here in a lovely campsite. I'll show you around in a bit. It's absolutely beautiful, just on the banks of the River Conwy, just outside Betws-y-Coed, and we've got a couple of nights here, and then we're just heading across and down to Anglesey. I've got a few nights staying at Amlwch, and then we're moving on just a few miles, actually, just round to Church Bay. So we've got a couple of walks planned. Any longer walks we'll do a separate video of, but this video is just a bit of a mixture of the locations and a few scenes from the walks and all of that sort of thing of our week in Wales. So stick along and see what we get up to. Well, campsite's lovely. Probably one of the prettiest campsites we've stayed at, to be honest. Right down by the River Conwy, and we've got a nice woodland walk just into the village. It's a bit drizzly, but it's eased off slightly, so we're just on our way down there to have a little nosy about for the afternoon. So we've had a little afternoon mooch around Betws-y-Coed, whatever, and well, probably didn't film that much of it. So what's the verdict? Well, it's probably about 35 or more years since we were there, and it was busy back then, but now, well, let's just say not a really our sort of place. I'm so really thankful that we're just walking back now to a lovely, picturesque and peaceful and tranquil campsite.
Or it was when we left it.
It was when we left it, yeah. But it's just an endless stream of traffic and people and motorbikes, and well, you know, if it's your favourite place, you know,
apologies.
Apologies, yeah. Each to their own, but no, I felt like a bit of a fish out of water. You can tell it is a beauty spot, you know, the falls, and the highlight was we've just seen.
I've seen one.
Salmon and or sea trout jumping up the falls there, and that was something that we found amazing the last time we visited, and just seen it again. So yeah, that was probably the highlight, but the rest of it, for me, I'll leave it to the coach trips. Yeah, nice to be back at the campsite. Bit of road noise over there, but much more peaceful than the village itself. Very nice. Hello again. It's day 2 of our little road trip, and we've woken up to more Snowdonia weather with low cloud and drizzle, but it's not too bad, and it's kind of atmospheric. Watching the wisps of cloud drift through the pine trees. So we're just heading off on a little walk across and up to Llyn so we'll bring you back and show you any snippets. So there will be a separate video showing the full walk and giving you the route and everything, but show you a couple of snippets on this. How you doing? Have you enjoyed your walk?
Yeah, it's picturesque.
It was picturesque. Rugged, yep. And wet. So anyway, the route didn't go to Plan A. We ended up at Llyn y Parc. We met a couple of locals who said that the bridge, the miners' bridge, hasn't been out that long. It was washed out in some floods a few months ago, so that's what put paid to Plan A. But yeah, still a beautiful walk, and we're just going to chill out now for the afternoon, grab something to eat, and then tomorrow we're off to Anglesey. Right, so that was 2 nights at Cwmlanerch campsite near Betws-y-Coed, and this morning, Monday morning, and we're off to Amlwch. It's about 10 o'clock now. We don't need to be there till 1, so we'll probably have a stop off along the way, and if there's anything interesting we'll show you. But it's been lovely here. The weather hasn't, but the campsite's fantastic and some nice walking around. But anyway, onwards and upwards, onwards and downwards actually. So we've just driven across Snowdonia down the A5. Quite atmospheric, but you know, really low cloud, so we didn't stop and have a look round. But we're a bit early on Anglesey, so we've just dropped off at the little village of Cwmlanerch, and we're just having a bit of a nosy around there. It's only a tiny place though, pretty. Been here years ago, but it's probably soon after we were married, wasn't it? You know, so many years ago. What was that, 38 coming up, was it this year? 39 coming up this year. Oh dear, guess who's just remembered something? Left his anniversary card in the bedside table at home. So we've just arrived at Mount View campsite, tiny one, on the Isle of Anglesey at Amlwch, and it's gorgeous. And we've got a little pitch at the end, and you can see that's the full extent of the campsite, just up to the cottage at the top. Probably, don't know how many pitches. What do you reckon, Maria? About 10 pitches or something like that. And we're all set up here, and then our own little seating area at the end, and a view out over fields. And I think if it wasn't so overcast, it'd probably be a sea view as well, but we'll have to see if it clears up. And as Basil Fawlty said, I think the sea's that bit over there between the land and the sky. So that's Amlwch Port, and the whole area's famous for copper mining. There's a big mine just inland from here, it's a place called Parys Mountain, which we might take a walk to. And this is where they used to ship all the copper out all over the world. Interesting little inlet, really.
Yeah, no, by all means, that would be great, by all means. Yeah, no, by all means, that would be much appreciated.
Yes. Buttibach. Very nice. Good morning. Day 4, Tuesday. Sorry about the helicopter, but not too far from RAF Valley. So we're just out on a walk on a little section of the Isle of Anglesey coastal path, which takes us around from Amlwch Port round to Point Lynas, and then loops back around through farmland and whatever. Quite a nice day. Hello. Thursday it is now, and we had just a chill out day around the van yesterday. A few beers in the lovely little pub just down in the port called the Adelphi, and today we're heading out on a walk to check out the old copper mine at Parys Mountain. So we'll do a proper walk from there, but I'll just show you a few images and whatever on this little compilation of our road trip. That's us just about wrapped up at Amlwch. We've got a few jobs to do just to get things back into driving shape, and then we're just heading around to, I think it's kind of the west point of the island. It's only a few miles, so we're gonna have to stop along the way just to waste a bit of time, but we'll find somewhere hopefully with a bit of a view and head round there. We've had some lovely weather here. It's just today is closed in a little bit with cloud and whatever, but yeah, we've had some really nice weather, and yeah, lovely little place, great campsite, and nice little pub down the road, and a chippy and all of the rest of it. So yeah, we've enjoyed it here. So right, catch you in a little bit at the next spot. At Bull Bay to while away a bit of time and admire the view. Very bracing out there. Still a few swallows hanging on before the big journey. So just arrived in Church Bay. Lovely little site, just 18 pitches. I'll give you a quick show round in a minute without invading anybody's privacy, hopefully. It's nice down here, right on the coast. There's not much around, it's only a little bay. There's a pub just up the road. No coincidence with my planning, is it? Uphill. But downhill all the way back. So just give you a quick look round. Yeah, so a nice little site. I'm just going to finish a coffee, have a little bit of an explore around just down along the coast and whatever, and then tomorrow, weather permitting, we've got a walk out to Carmel Head and hopefully a circuit back round if all the footpaths are open this time. But we'll bring you a few snippets from that, but that should have its own video as well. So right, bring you back in a bit. This is just about 100 yards or less from the campsite. A lovely little bay. The headland just behind me is Holly Head, where all the ferries come out of over to Ireland. Some sort of tanker or something coming in. And there is a helicopter operating out there at the moment, so whether there's an exercise or a rescue or something going on. This is a lovely spot, isn't it? What do you think? I knew we've done well this week. I'd stayed at 3 lovely spots. Beach this is. been making Maria work for a beer. Just
I'm going teetotal, I think.
we've just been doing the scenic route up the coastal path and across the top, and now we're actually dropping back down to the pub. But we'll go back the easy way. Nice little church and a nice little pub. Morning. It's our last full day on Anglesey today. Back home tomorrow, and we're just heading out on a walk, hopefully out to Carmel Head, but we'll see how it's actually on the Isle of Anglesey coastal path, and we'll do a full video of the walk, but we have been warned that some of the paths might be closed for shooting season, but nobody seems to be very clear on the dates, so we'll see how we get on. Tide's fully in, and it's quite a nice day actually, better than I expected it was going to be, because yesterday started out nicely but really closed in, as you might have seen from some of the clips. But we'll bring you a few nice views from this walk hopefully, and then you can at some point in the future see a full view of the or a full walk video with all the route plotted and everything. So that brings another little road trip to a close, apart from the drive home. As you can see, we've woken up to a pretty grim and rainy morning, but we don't care now. Just makes it a bit of a pain packing up. But yeah, we've had lovely weather, haven't we, really, on the whole. It's just a little bit rainy to start with, and other than that we've not done too bad. So hope you've enjoyed sharing a little bit of it with us, and no doubt we'll catch you again on a walk or a camp or something very, very soon. Cheers then, bye.
Bye.